Now that we've gotten to a really solid, powerful, balanced setup position, we can start talking about the load. And what the load does, creates a little bit of power for us, helps us with our timing. That said, with younger guys, a lot of guys get into trouble with the load. And sometimes I like to take the load out entirely rather than put it in and create more problems. And this is something that's different about this style of coaching. You're going to see every big leaguer take a load. All right? You're going to see every high schooler take a load. What we're working on with these videos is younger guys, and sometimes at first we have to take away things that even we know are correct down the road to get them comfortable to focus on the basic fundamentals now, and then we can add that later when they're ready for it. So with the load, there are two components to the load. One, let's talk about the upper half, and this is really important. When we go to load, we are not loading with our arms. We are not loading with our hands. We're not looking for separation here. All this is going to do is get the bat away from us and create a whole host of problems with the swing that we will cover in other videos. All right? The purpose of the load is to store up some energy in our core. So the load in the upper half is actually a turn with our core here. Notice how my arms don't extend at all. All right? And most little leaguers, when they load, it's back or it's down, and then we try to start that swing. And I'm sure for any of you that spend any time on a Little League field, this move looks familiar. That's trouble. We want to keep the elbows sort of locked where they are. The hand's going to basically stay in this position, and we're going to turn our front side, store up a little bit of energy here on our back leg, store up our core, but there's not a lot of hand movement. We want to keep the hands really quiet and really simple so that we can attack from this short position. A fun way to get young guys to think about the load correctly is to picture a slinky. And we take a slinky, this imaginary slinky, and if we turn it in opposite directions, which is essentially what's happening in our core, it stores up that energy. So let's watch that right here. Here I am, my lower half's going to stay still, but my upper half's going to turn. There's the slinky. Now when I go to unload, after I turn the slinky in opposite directions and let go, what happens? That's where that power comes from in the core. So instead of thinking hands or arms, let's think coil up that slinky. You can feel your ab muscles activate, and now we're ready to explode from the core and from the hands without getting away from each other and creating problems.